Hello, hello. Mic test. Let's take a look at if we are able to stream properly. Let's do a quick stream check. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Today will be, this is a weekly analysis for crypto, gold, and GJ. Crypto looks like it's probably going to go down, so that's in the question if it's going to continue to go down. But right after we make sure the stream is working fine, we'll dive right in. Okay. Oh, this is good. Perfect. Let's go ahead and share my screen. Not this. This microphone is detecting a lot of noise, so I apologize for that. All right, let's just go ahead and dive right in. Welcome everybody. Today we'll be going over some weekly analysis for crypto, gold, and GJ. Now we have done some of the analysis last week. I will be doing a quick recap to make sure where we are, if the price was in fact headed that way. And today is actually monthly close, so we'll also take a look, and we'll also find out if there's any upcoming news that will be impacting our trading. So we'll be lookout for those. Now, just right off the bat, I want to go ahead and take a look at gold. And I'll say one thing about gold. Gold is going to be really bullish in the next upcoming weeks. You will see gold breaking the highs and continue to push up. That is something that I'm seeing here on gold. This is just a daily. Even if we look at on a weekly basis, I am anticipating for the price to continue to push up. This candle to continue to push up, fill this wick, and possibly the upcoming candles to take price up to 35 to 3600 on gold per ounce. So that will be something interesting that we'll see in the upcoming weeks. But let's just dive down. Let's just see where we are on a day-to-day basis for gold, and then we'll move forward to GJ and then crypto upcoming as well. So let's check out all of the drawings here. And let me start out with some of the analysis that I did on last week's weekly analysis video that a lot of people saw it, and I want to just do a recap real quick where I actually have it on the side here. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So if we take a look here, I think, let me share my full screen, and I think you'll be able to see it. Entire screen, window, live stream, entire screen, screen 2. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so what you see on the left-hand side is the weekly video of last week, and this is the analysis that I did on gold, where the price was creating a lower wick at 33.66. My analysis told me that we are going to continue to push up on gold. And if we play this video, if you go look back on the video, I did mention that there will be a lower wick that will create. And as we're breaking above the current candle's high, we should continue to push up and test these highs right here. We in fact did that and actually went above and beyond down to 34.30. We went above, and we continued to stay in a bullish pattern. So this was given to you last week, and doing just some of the analysis here. Now going into next, we have GJ. I'll actually go into GJ once we are. Let me actually, GJ is next, so we'll do GJ. GJ on a weekly candle. I did mention that here, if we're going to create an upper wick, as we're breaking below, the previous wick's low, we should continue to fill the range on the left hand side, which is a very high possibility. But on weekly candle, GJ did not move much. Even if I take a look here, the whole candle probably moved 100. Yeah, it moved 130 pips, whereas gold, yes, gold last week moved 10,000 pips. Just to put it in perspective, if you do one lot, which when you traded on the beginning of last week, you would have made $10,000. That's how quick gold moves comparing to rest of these foreign exchange pairs. So given GJ didn't move as much, it didn't break below the previous low. As you see on the left hand side on the screen, I explained in the video that as it's moving up, once it creates an upper wick and breaks below its previous candle's wick, it should continue to push down. And GJ kind of finds support here, and I think we should continue to be in this range until either we break and close above the 200 area, or we break and close below the 197,800 area, right? That's for GJ as a recap. Next, we have recap for Doge. Great analysis last week we did. It's just beautiful. So if you watch the video, you've seen that I was mentioning, as long as we don't break above this area, GJ is in a bearish trend. If we closed above, then I would have said that, hey, next week candle we should possibly continue to push up. But the analysis mentioned on Sunday that we should create an upper wick, and in fact this was called out as an upper wick for the current green candle on the left hand side. And the Doge should continue to push down and fill the wick on the left hand side. So all of this wick, this was a range for this last week, and we filled that just within one day on Doge. So I think that was great analysis. Price followed through, and I ended up taking buys on this low right here. Actually, it does already say here. Let me just go a little bit further into this. I did take buys right at this 4-hour candle. Where is it? There you go. Yep. Anyways, okay, so that's on Doge. I think it was a great analysis, and price followed through afterwards. Then we were looking at this is Ethereum. So now going into crypto. This is, by the way, this is all just a recap for last week's analysis. I mentioned that if the price continues to break above, so we created, now on the left hand side I was explaining that, hey, we should create a lower wick and then continue to push up. If we continue to push up and break the current candle's high, then there's a possibility that we should continue to push up and create newer highs on Ethereum, which will be in the 5,000 range. But price did not continue to push up. In fact, we closed bearish. So this week I'll mention what I'm looking for on Ethereum. But as far as the recap, nothing really happened, right? We didn't close. We didn't even go up. You can see the red candle here. There is no wick. So we didn't even move up. Next one we have is Bitcoin. This was also great analysis here. The reason why, you'll see, you watched the last week's video, I mentioned that since we closed, so on the left hand side, by the way, this is a weekly candle. This whole thing is a weekly candle. Last week we were only able to see this much. And I mentioned that, hey, we closed below some of the support areas in Bitcoin. There is a possibility that we could continue to push down to 109 areas, 109,000 for Bitcoin. This was the call out if you watch this video here. So as you see that I've mentioned, we should be able to continue to push down and hit 108, 107 areas. And if we look on the left-hand side, the following week's candle did in fact come down and went exactly at 108 to 107 areas. So I think it was a great analysis. There's a lot of dimes in the weekly videos where you'll be able to see and anticipate the market moves upcoming. Now,